Hello. This is none of your business, but I am here at Sandman Hotel Resorts on Stony Plain Road. Breaking news. I couldn't go live because someone blocked me from doing that. So, here I am, guys. Master agreements between the government of the province of Alberta. Who's the government of the province of Alberta? Larissa Rowan. And the Alberta Union of Provincial Employees, October 4th, 1994. So what we will be learning in this class, in this very important education series. Master Agreement, numerical index, article number, page number. But anyways, I will be reading you guys all the chapters of each lesson and each course that you guys will have to pass at least 78% with correct answers. Okay? So first, we have the preamble, then definitions, terms of employment, master subsidiary agreements, application, management recognition, union recognition, legislation, and a collective agreement, union membership and dues checkoff, employer-union relations, employer-employee relations, time off for union business, layoff and recall, attendance, acting incumbent, position abolishment, hours of work, overtime, shift differential, callback pay, reporting pay, standby pay, northern allowance pay, workers' compensation supplement, forest fire operations, flood control and pollution control, correctional institution salary, allowance, subsistence, travel and moving expenses, probationary employee and period, disciplinary action, grievance procedure, institutional fire prevention and control, casual illness, general illness, proof of illness, long-term disability, LTD, health plan benefits. Then, to be continued, will be insurance, paid holidays, annual vacation leave, special leave, military leave, adoption, parental leave, maternity leave, court leave, unemployment insurance, premium reduction or rebate, safety and health, parking, rates of pay, leave without pay, term and effective date, printing of agreements, employee benefits committee, supplement 1, correctional environmental designations, supplement 2, firefighters, remuneration, supplement 3, modified or flexible hours of work, supplement 4, dental plan, Addendum 1, Addendum 2, Letter of Understanding Salary Reductions, Letter of Understanding Unpaid Holidays, Letter of Understanding Unpaid Days Off, Letter of Understanding Terms of Reference, Article 49, Employee Benefits Committee, Letter of Understanding Joint Workforce Adjustment Committee, Letter of Understanding Family Day, Acting Incumbent, Addendum 1, Addendum 2, Adoption Parental Leave, Annual Vacation Leave, Application, Attendance, Callback Pay, Casual Illness, Correctional Institution Salary Allowance, Court Leave, Definitions, Disciplinary Action, Employee Benefits Committee, Employer-Employee Relations, Employer-Union Relations, Forest Fire Operations, Flood Control and Pollution Control, General Illness, Grievance Procedure, Health Plan Benefits, Hours of Work, Institutional Fire Prevention and Control, Insurance, Layoff and Recall, Leave without Pay, legislation and a collective agreement, letter of understanding family day, letter of understanding joint workforce adjustment committee, letter of understanding salary reductions, letter of understanding terms of reference, article 49, employee benefits committee, letter of understanding unpaid days off, letter of understanding unpaid holidays, long-term disability, LTD, management recognition, master subsidiary agreements, maternity leave, military leave, Northern allowance pay, overtime, paid holidays, parking, position abolishment, preamble, printing of agreements, probationary employee in period, proof of illness, rates of pay, reporting pay, safety and health, shift differential, special leave, standby pay, sustenance, travel and moving expenses, supplement 1, correctional environmental designations, supplement 2, firefighters, remuneration, supplement 3, modified or flexible hours of work, supplement 4, dental plan, term and effective date, terms of employment, time off for union business, unemployment insurance, premium reduction or rebate, union membership and dues, check off, union recognition, workers' compensation supplement. This agreement made the 4th day of October between the Crown and Right of Alberta, hereafter referred to as the employer, of the first part, and the Alberta Union of Provincial Employees, hereafter referred to as the Union, of the second part. And whereas the Union has the sole right to negotiate and conclude a collective agreement on behalf of the employees of the Crown pursuant to the Public Service Employee Relations Act, and whereas the parties are mutually desirous of entering into a collective agreement consisting of a master and subsidiary agreements with the intent and purpose to promote a harmonious relationship between the employees and employer, and to set forth in this collective agreement rates of pay, hours of work, and conditions of employment. Now, therefore, the parties hereto mutually agree as follows. Article 1, 1.1.01. In this agreement, unless the context otherwise requires definitions. These are the definitions, by the way. A word used in the masculine gender applies also in the feminine. B, a word used in the singular may also apply in the plural. C, union. Union means the Alberta Union of Provincial Employees. D, commissioner means the Public Service Commissioner. E, department, in addition to its ordinary meaning, includes any part or organizational unit of the Public Service of Alberta designated as the department by the Lieutenant Governor and Council. F, deputy head means the chief officer of a department. G, designated officer means a person who is authorized on behalf of the employing department to deal with grievances and is excluded pursuant to section 21(1)(e) of the Public Service Employee Relations Act. H, employee means a person employed by the employer under authority of the Public Service Act who is in the bargaining unit covered by this collective agreement and who is employed in one of the following categories. H1, the permanent service which consists of persons appointed pursuant to the section 17(1) of the Public Service Act to temporary positions, or to either full or part-time permanent positions, or H2, the temporary service which consists of persons appointed pursuant to section 17(1) of the Public Service Act to temporary positions, or H3, the wage service which consists of persons defined in section 26 of the Public Service Act hired for full or part-time wage employment. Now, I, probationary employee means a person who during his initial period of employment is serving a probationary period. J, apprentice means a person as defined within the Manpower Development Act who is servicing a special training period in the government apprenticeship program. K, permanent position means a position established as such in which the incumbent is required to work not less than KI 3 hours on each workday in the year, or K2 7 hours per day on 2 or more workdays per week. K3 10 full workdays in each month. L, temporary position means a position established as such in which the incumbent is required for continuous employment for a limited period and includes L1, Apprenticeship position, in which the incumbent is initially hired as an apprentice as defined under the Manpower Development Act and is employed in the government apprenticeship program. L2. Project position, in which the incumbent is employed for the duration of a project. L3. Replacement position, in which the incumbent is employed to provide temporary relief or overload duties. L4. Sessional position is, in which the incumbent is employed for specified sessions. M, that's M, wage employment, is employment pursuant to 1.01 bracket H bracket 3 above. N, that's N, monthly salary, means annual salary divided by 12 bracket 12. O, hourly rate, means the annual salary divided by the employee's normal annual hours of work. P, annual salary, means the annual amount of an employee's regular salary or hourly rate of pay, including R, S, T, W, and X modifiers. Pay differential for working more than the normal weekly hours of work applicable to a classification V. Modifier and instructor and teacher, senior and supervisor allowances, but excluding any other compensation except that acting incumbency pay shall be included for overtime calculations only. Q, grade, means the periods assigned to a class within the salary grid. R, union representative, means the president of the union or an officer or staff member of the union designated by the president in writing pursuant to the union's constitution to perform a specific function pertaining to this collective agreement. S, long service increment, means the period on the applicable salary grid which is next higher than the maximum salary rate. T, maximum salary, means T1, the highest period of the highest grade assigned a class, or T2, the LSI period of the highest grade assigned a class, provided an employee had at some time during his current term of employment earned a long service increment, or T3, the job rate where no grade has been assigned a class. U, minimum salary, means the lowest period of the lowest grade assigned to a class. V, month, means a calendar month. W, multiple grade, means a combination of two or more successive grades assigned to a class. X, period, means a single salary rate within the grade. Y, workday, means any day on which an employee is normally expected to be at his place of employment. Z, dismiss, means to discharge an employee for just cause. AA, increment, means the difference between one period and the next period within the same grade, or when increasing or decreasing an employee's salary by an increment and a change in grade is necessary, an amount equal to 2 grades higher or lower than his current period, whichever is applicable. BB, employer, means the Crown and right of Alberta, as represented by the Public Service Commissioner or the deputy head of a department or any person acting on behalf of either or both of them, as the context of this agreement may require. CC, statutory declaration, means a document containing verified statement sworn by an employee by the truth before a commissioner for oaths and made subject to criminal prosecution for false statements. Now, Article 2, Terms of Employment. Underline. 2.01. The employer during the life of this agreement may, with the agreement of the union, A, alter rates of employee compensation, or B, alter any employee entitlement or employee rights which are contained within this agreement, and upon such agreement these changes shall become the rates, entitlements, or employee rights. Article 3, Master Subsidiary Agreements. 3.01. The parties agree that the terms and conditions contained in this master agreement are Predominant, notwithstanding the generality of the foregoing, it is recognized. A. The terms or conditions of this agreement may be modified by mutual agreement of the parties to meet peculiarities or particular occupational categories, including in subsidiary agreements, and B. Such modified terms or conditions shall not be deemed contrary to any article contained in this master agreement, but shall be deemed to have force and effect as expectations. Article 4, underline, application, underline, 4.01. The provisions of this agreement apply as specified in this article to employees, as defined in Article 1, who are in the bargaining unit and are employed in classifications assigned to the subsidiary agreements. 4.02. This agreement applies to an employee, A, appointed to a permanent position, however, where applicable, shall be applied to on a pro data basis for an employee who works part-time, and B, appointed to a temporary position, however, where applicable, shall be applied on a pro rata basis for an employee who works part-time, except that B1, Article 15, position abolishment, shall not apply, and B2, Article 33A, long-term disability, shall not apply until after 1. B2 and B3, apprentices shall not have access to Article 29, grievance procedure for termination of employment as a result of either B3A, failure to comply with the terms and conditions of the Manpower Development Act and or regulations, or B3B, lack of appropriate work, or B3C, the unavailability of tradesmen positions upon completion of the apprenticeship program. C, hired for wage employment, except that the following shall not apply. C1, Article 15, position abolishment. C2, Clause 17.04, compensatory time off. C3, Article 23, workers' compensation supplement. C4, Article 29, in the case of termination of employment. C5, Article 31, casual illness. C6, Article 32, general illness. C7, Article 33A, long-term disability. C8, Article 34, health plan benefits and dental plan. C9, Clause 35.01, group life, accidental death and dismemberment, dependents life. Article 36, paid holidays. Article 37, annual vacation leave. Article 38, special leave. Article 39, military leave. Article 40, adoption parental leave. Article 40A, maternity leave. Clause 41.02, court leave and private capacity. D, a wage employee who is dismissed or for disciplinary reasons in accordance with Article 28, disciplinary action shall have access to Level 2 of the grievance procedure as provided in subclause 29.01e, but not to any other levels of the grievance procedure. However, a wage employee shall not have access to Article 29, grievance procedure in the case of termination of employment. 4.03, notwithstanding subclause 4.02c, an employee hired for wage employment shall, in lieu of receiving A, paid holidays pursuant to Article 36, be allowed in addition to his regular wage earnings, pay at 5.2% of his regular wage earnings, and for working on a paid holiday, pay at time and 1/2 his regular hourly rate for all hours worked up to the equivalent of full normal daily hours and double time thereafter. And B, annual vacation leave pursuant to Article 37 is allowed in addition to his regular wage earnings, pay at 6% of his regular wage earnings. 4.04, notwithstanding subclause 4.02c, an employee hired for wage employment who has worked 1,450 hours, exclusive of overtime, in a 12-month period, shall thereafter, in lieu of receiving A, casual and general illness leaves pursuant to Article 31 and Article 32, be allowed the hourly equivalent of 6 full days paid sick leave per subsequent year of employment for illness leave or medical appointments as required, but which may be subject to the provision of proof of illness on return to work pursuant to Article 32. If the employee is appointed to a position, any sick leave used under this clause will be deducted from the casual illness leave entitlement for that year of employment. B. Benefits pursuant to Article 33A, Article 34, and Article 35 be allowed in addition to his regular wage earnings. Pay out 1% of his regular wage earnings. This clause shall cause to apply to an employee who has incurred a break-in service for a period in excess of 90 calendar days, and thereafter the agreement shall apply to such an employee as set out in subclauses 4.02c, 4.02d, and clause 4.03 hereof. That's all for now, folks. Tune in tomorrow, and hopefully I'm allowed to make a live video on my YouTube channel. Tune in. News for you.